Hi, I'm Narasimha Roy. Today discussion on National Education Policy 2020. Here some of articles is there. The first one is 2002 inserted Article 21A in the Constitution of India to provide the free and the compulsory education for all the children in the age group of 6 to 14 years as a fundamental rights. Second Article 45 has been amended so as to restrict its scope to the primary education up to 6 years of age. Article 29 and 30, the Indian Constitution guarantees the protection of the interest of minorities, which include the right to establish education institutions and their choice only. And Article 45 talks about the provision for the free and compulsory education. These are the articles given to the right to education from our according to Indian Constitution. This the National Education Policy 2020 is the first education policy of the 21st century and aims to address the many growing developments imperatives of our country. The policy, the process, the revision and revamping all aspects of the education structure, including its the regulation and the government to they create a new system that is aligned with the aspiration goal of 21st century education. The purpose of the education system is to develop and the human beings capable of the rational thoughts and action, position, compassion and empathy and courage and scientific tempter. And the national education policy was the recently approved by the Indian government in 2023. Its motto was educate, encourage and enlightenment. enlightenment. The government purpose to the launch this the policy was to develop 21st century skills in the students of India. The four pillars of the policy: access, equity, quality and accountability. These are the four pillars uh, of this policy. Aim of this policy: 100% youth and adult literacy. And major reforms in education policy: the substitution of the 10 plus 2 the structure with a 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 models. No imposition of the state language on students studying in any state. Permission of the taking the board exams 2 times for the students. Government will spend 6% of the country GDP on education instead of 1.7 percentage. UG courses will be for the 4 years and the 4 years integrated BEd courses provided. The students will be able to opt for the different subjects such as arts, scraps, vocational skills, the physical education in secondary schools level. The standard for the board exams will be set by the body parak only. By the body parak means performance assessment, review and analysis of knowledge for holistic the development. The exam for the students will be held only in classes 2nd, 5th and 8th instead of every academic year. The get The government has subdivided the schooling of the students into the four parts. These four the parts are the secondary, the middle, and the preparatory and foundational stages. These the four parts for education divided into uh, below uh, stages. And the first stage is foundational stage. Age limits in this stage 3 years to 6 years, and this is also subdivided into two categories. First one, the 2 years, class 1 to ages 6 to 8 years only, and the other one 3 years. First, this is the first stage, 3 years, Anganwadi and preschool stage, and age limit is of age limit, this one 3 years only, from starting 3 years, and the second 2 years, class 1 to ages 6 to 8 years only, and the total the foundation stage years 5 years only. This is the first the foundational stage. Government given the priority to the Anganwadi and preschool level with the age limits up to 8 years. And the second one is middle stage. Second one is the preparatory stage. Second is preparatory stage. This the stage age limits is 8 to 11 years, and the classes 3 to 5 years. So this the total years of this the stage is 3 years only. So this is the preparatory stage. And third one is middle stage, and the age limits in this stage 11 to 14 years, class 6 to 8th standard, years 3 years. So this also 3 years covers in this one is means middle stage. And the last one is secondary stage. Age limits 14 to 18 years, classes 9 to 12. So this the total years in this stage is 4 years. 4 years. The total years are 4 years, and this stage is called the secondary stage, final stage of this secondary stage. So the government implemented the new structure instead of 10 plus 2. So that is called 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. This is the new structure government prefer for this one. And the government will establish a NETF, the National Education Technology Forum, and there will be the integration of the technology that will enhance the different process in the classroom only. And this national education policy, the Karnataka become the first state that an order related to the implementation of the national education policy. Madhya Pradesh also decided. Goa is set to implement national education policy in the state in 2023. UP will be in phases in the state. Meghalaya CM said that it will soon become the first state to full implement the national education policy. The state is Meghalaya. Maharashtra, AP, Rajasthan and Assam are also making effort for the implementation of the national education policy. And first the state implemented this national education policy is Karnataka only. And the main points: recognizing, identifying and unique capability of each student, highest priority to achieving foundational literacy and numeracy by the students by grade 3 stage. Flexibility are the no hard separations, multidisciplinary and holistic education across the science, social science, arts, humanities and sports. And the creativity and the critical thinking, ethics and the human constitutional the values, focus on the regular formative assessment for the learning, another extensive use of technology, and the respect for the diversity and the respect for the local context, full equity and inclusion, light but tight regulatory framework to ensure integrity, transparency, and the resource efficiency, and outstanding the research only. It will be understood that young the children learn and grows concept the non they quickly in their home the language and mother tongue only. The medium of instruction until at least grade 5, but the preferable still grade 8 only. Will be the home language and mother tongue language, the regional language. Therefore, thereafter, the home and the local language shall continue to be taught as a language and the regional language. This will be followed by the both public and private schools only. The three language formula will continues to be implemented while in mind the constitutional provisions. Aspirants of the people, the regions and the union and the need the promote multilingualism, multilingualism as well as the promote the national unity. The policy vision include the following the key changes to the current system, moving towards a higher education system consisting of the large multidisciplinary universities and colleges with at least one in or the near every district, and with more HEIs across India that offer the medium of instruction or the programs in local the Indian languages only. Moving towards a non multidisciplinary undergraduate education. The moving towards the faculty and institutional autonomy. Another one, light but tight, the regulated by a single the regulatory for the higher education. Next one, increase the access, equity and inclusion through a range of measures including the greater opportunities for the outstanding the public education, scholarship by the private universities for the disadvantaged and under privileged the students, online education, open distance learning also provided. The aim will be to increase the gross enrollment ratio in higher education including the vocational education from 26.3 to 50 percentage only. The structure and the length of the degree programs and they shall be adjusted according the undergraduate degree will be of either 3 or 4 years with multiple exist the option within this period with appropriate the certifications, a certification after the completing 1 years in a disciplinary or the field including the vocational and the professional areas, a diploma after the 2 years of the studying for bachelor's of the degree after the 3 years program, the 4 years of multidisciplinary bachelor's program however shall be the preferred option since it all allows the opportunity to the experience the full range of holistic and multidisciplinary education in addition to the focus on chosen major and minority as per the choice of the students only. The model public universities for the holistic and multidisciplinary education it for with the IITs, MERU, multidisciplinary education and the research universities, MERU will be set up and will aim to attain the highest the global standard in the quality of education. Will focus on research and innovation by the setting up the startup, the incubation, the centers, technology development centers also the providers. So this is the total of information from national education policy. Government they the implemented, so many states are implemented in this policy, but not allowed all the states. So the only many states are implemented in this policy only. So thank you very much.